Quincy Reviews, giving y'all the latest news from Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, Wu-Tang Clan series. Oh man, Power, BMF, and of course, one of the best series that has hit television, Snowfall. Quincy Reviews, popcorn ready. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm a few days late, but hey, better late than never. All right, we are here. Season 6, episode 10, The Struggle, the final episode of Snowfall. Oh man, y'all seen the memes, y'all seen the posts, y'all seen the clips, y'all know why we here. Oh man, this is it, you guys. This is it. I don't know where to start, but this is an episode that is a tearjerker. All right, it opens up to Franklin in the bar. He uses the phone to call his girl and to call her to tell her what happened. He is hurt and is in tears. He tells her that his mom had shot Teddy and that they was 10 seconds from getting the money. Oh man, we all are still hurt from the last episode, right? We all are still hurt. He gets a page at the bar while drinking. It's one of the DIA guys that was there doing a drop-off. And he wants him to give him the Mexican CIA guy. So Frank does and drops him off, leaving him screaming, laying on the ground as they get him. Next scene. Frank goes to see his friend Leon. Leon lets his crew know that about what's going on, and they have lost their plug. So he stops talking to them so he can chop it up with Frank. Frank needs another $500K from Leon having $3 million. He wants to use it to put it up to one of his businesses, and he also wants to make him a partner. But Leon ain't feeling it. So Leon asks him, why do you think Sissy did what she did to Teddy by killing him? So Franklin says, she snapped. That's what she did. And Leon tells him she did that to keep them safe. So Franklin is mad, laughing. And he says, do you feel safe? Then he asks them, do y'all feel safe? Shouting. Leon says she didn't want him to have the money. And she's not gonna do that because he's not gonna do that because of her. Franklin screams, I'm the reason why y'all got all this in the first place. So he looks at him again and says, I don't need that money. I'm sorry, he looks at him again and says, I need that money, or I'm gonna take it. Man. So all of a sudden, Leon crew pulls behind Frank with guns out. So Franklin asks Leon, is this the way you want us to end? And Leon says no. Next scene, Franklin goes to court. see his mom. She shouts to the judge and says that she pleads guilty and that the CIA helped the government to put cocaine to flood the communities and fund the illegal war. One of the black court people sees him and wants questions to why his mom is doing that. He followed Frank to the elevator and out the door and said some people said that they saw the guy that looked like him at the scene of the crime. They go back and forth on what Frank has been doing in the deaths and that the bodies that has been dropping. And Frank leaves the guy as Frank shuts the door and calls him an Uncle Tom. That was a funny scene, by the way. Meanwhile, Leon and his girl talk. She wonders if Frank is going to come at him. She can't take it no more, so she decides to go to Ghana. Leon sits there in deep thought. He gets up to give her some money. She tells him she don't want his money. He tells her to stop, that she is his wife and you need to go start a new life. She says, "You're not even gonna ask me not to go?" And she's crying. And he tells her no. I love how those two are coming together this season. But I'm sure y'all probably know I got some news about them. As I continue, the jail scene with Franklin visiting his mom's, he tells her that they can still help her. He asks her why did she do what she did. And she just looks at him in silence. They was about to make a transition. You couldn't wait 10 seconds? And she just sits there still in silence and hangs up the phone and walks away. New scene. Franklin is there at his childhood home. He is in deep thought. He gets a knock on the door. It's one of the investors of his development properties, Paul Davis. He wanted to discuss his offer. Frank looks surprised. He says, "Sorry, offer?" Then Paul says, "Yes, selling your real estate and his new properties. And that your partner reached out to him and was thinking about selling them." So Franklin tells him, My partner was wrong." Opens the door to lead him out and says, "Anything else?" As they stare each other down. And the guy says, "No. I suppose not. Have a nice day," and leaves. Frank goes directly to meet his girl. Oh man. Like I told y'all, I've always thought something funny about her. It lets her know that he met with the guy and wants to be clear that he is not selling downtown. Even if she just thought, even if just testing the waters. Frank feels like she made the decision behind his back. So he sells all properties. She's puzzled. And then she said, he just threw it all away. And then he says, "Even if I have, I built it. And if I want to tear it all down, then that's what I want to do." You see, I'm trying to get his tone down, right? So he grabs her neck and tells her not to go behind his back. Man. Never put your hand on a woman. That's all I have to say. jail scene with Sissy, Frank's mom, and Leon. He tells her they call her a hero. He lets her know that he is going to keep funding the shelter. He asks about Wanda. He lets her know that she's going back to Africa. Frank's mom is disappointed. Leon asks, what can he do for her? And she says to him, pack your suitcase of books and go get your wife and go to Ghana. She realized her son is lost, but Leon is one of the greatest surprises as they both shed tears. Meanwhile, Frank is at the bank. It's one of my favorite scenes, by the way. And he finds out the money that he sold from the properties, that the money was taken out by his girl. Wow. He is dazed and surprised, and thousands of dollars are gone. Like I said, when a woman's fed up, when you put your hand on a woman, oh boy, she took all the money, y'all. $900,000 gone. Liquor becomes his new best friend as he storms out. He goes to visit his mom again to let her know that his girl has stolen the money. But he wants to put the house up for sale. She still is in silence. He wants ownership of the property. He lets her know that she's not getting out. She is still silent. She hangs up the phone. He looks at her and let her know, you just gonna sit there? All this is because of you. You're not gonna help me? You ruined my life. And calls her a bitch and tells her that Teddy should have shot her head off. Man, as the cops escorted him out. 3 months later, he is still trying to get some help and more time for one of the properties. But they are not extending the money that he owes. And he goes off and they hang up on him as he throws the phone into the sink. He gets a page. It's this guy that is trying to find his girl, that he's trying to find people for him. But he can't find his girl, but he lets it known that he is not looking for his girl anymore. He has done all that he can do. But even though he is quitting, he still gives him information on someone that he has been looking for. And guess who? It's no other than his old bodyguard, Peaches, in the house with a needle in his arm. Frank has a gun pointed at him. They thought he left the country, but he really was only 25 miles out of LA. He took $5 million and lets him know some of the money in the safe is in the back. So Franklin tells him to show it to him, pushing his legs off the couch. So boom, the crackhead bodyguard shoots at Frank, and then pow, pow, pow. Franklin shoots him right between the chest and the stomach. Franklin goes looking for the safe. He finds it, but couldn't open it. He goes looking for the combination, tearing up the house. Liquor is his new best friend. Did I forget to mention to tell y'all? So he moves the bodyguard Peaches to the restroom and calls a guy so he can open the safe. He opens the door and puts the gun behind him. He shows him to the room, to the safe. He tries to open it. Then all of a sudden, a white crackhead comes and asks, "Who are you? And where's Peaches?" Frank tells him, "We are trying to help Peaches get in the safe." The crackhead runs and Frank puts a few bullets in him. Frank comes back as the electrician is scared and he tells him, "I don't want to hurt you. I just need the safe open." So he does. He gets it open and looks for the money. And he tells the electrician to count the money. And he counts about 12 grand. Franklin couldn't believe it. He starts evil laughing and screams, "Peaches!" Pissed. This episode, I think this is this is his best acting. I mean, he really showed his acting in this show. All of them. But Franklin, and you're going to see why if you don't already know. But phenomenal acting. The whole cast. Let me continue. The guy tells him he has 3 kids and just want to make it home. And he is not going to say nothing. So Frank tells him to put it in his pocket and go home. He walks away, and as he is leaving, Frank shoots him a few times in the back. Man. Oh, Franklin. He's becoming like the serial killer this season, right, y'all? Meanwhile, 2 years later, the cop goes to a house ranch. They start questioning the owners. They show them a picture of Aunt Louise. They ask them, have they seen her? They let him know that they did not, but she came and went and didn't see her anymore. As they was there, Aunt Louie was hiding in the ranch, scared and worried. She's going to be on the run for the rest of her life. Meanwhile, in Mexico, Gustavo is living his life training kids wrestling. He goes to check his messages and ends up getting a call from his girl. And she lets it known that her and her boys are safe and that they are all missing him. And wants him to come visit her in North Carolina. He is all smiles just by hearing her voice and is happy with joy. 1 year later, Leon is back in LA. Some kids ask him what set he claimed. Then he points at the house he used to be at. He asks them, is anyone there? And they tell him, yeah. So he knocks at the door. He is banging on the door. All of a sudden, Frank appears. But if you thought your eyes was playing tricks, he shows up looking like a homeless, drunk crackhead with a bottle in his hand. Damn. So he walks to the door and opens it for Leon. Leon meets his new best friend, Franklin, the alcoholic. Leon is shocked to see him in this state. Frank asks him, is anyone out there? He tells him, no, I just noticed the evictions notes on the door. So they leave out the back. Frank asks him when he get back, and Leon tells him he just got back. So Franklin tells him he is going to start calling him Yo-Yo. Because he is always leaving and coming back. Oh man, just looking at Frank in that state of mind, who would have thought Frank would have been ending up like that? He asked him, did you find what you was looking for in Africa? Leon tells him yes. As they go through a crackhead alley, they walk and talk. Leon asks him, has he talked to his mother? Franklin tells him, saw her. Did you hear what the F I said? Then Franklin asks, what's up with you and Wanda? Did she go back to her first love? As he makes a smoking pipe as his first love. Why Franklin do that, y'all? But people forget, when drugs is becoming you, that's who you are. Or you that person that wasn't really saying anything when you were sober or norm. So that becomes you times 2. Leon tells him they are good and is trying to get in the music business, and tells him marriage ain't easy. Frank tells him that his ex-girl got a son, and that he is raising their son in another country. Frank doesn't get it. A sexy chocolate cat like him can't keep a bitch. Then boom, it's cameras around and they ask what's going on, and it turns out they are shooting a movie, and it looks like they are shooting Boys in the Hood. As you can see, the 2 kids that play Doughboy with the similar clothes on and the other kid, and you can see the guy that's giving them direction what to do, and that's John Singleton. A great homage, because John Singleton helped create the wonderful series that we're looking at now. So they continue to walk, and Leon walks him and wants him to work with him because of what he's doing for the community. As they're about to cross the street, Frank's dismiss what he asks and asks for $10, but Leon gives him a 20 instead. So Frank goes to the liquor store to buy some liquor. As he's in the store, Leon is disappointed on what he sees his friend has become. They continue to walk, and Frank tells him the CIA was taping his phone, and he tells them if they keep messing with him, he is going to tell on everyone. So they stop. Then boom, they see cops is at his crib, and they're about to take the house because of property taxes that he owes. But Leon tells him he can pay it off and help him out. But Frank stops him and he says, I ain't got no chain on, man. No one to understand that I'm free. I'm free from everything. I did it my way, not you or them, my way. Man. I'm just thinking back, man. Incredible acting, and this scene seems so real, man. When you can see the pain in Leon's face. He tells his best friend As he puts his hand on his shoulder, he tells him he is his best friend, the best friend he has ever had. That he is proud of him, with tears in both of their eyes. As Frank walks away, Leon calls for him, screams his name again in pain. And Franklin continues to walk away, hurt, as the show finally ends. Man, the last episode of Snowfall. And this is the way Franklin goes out, you guys. Now, before I talk about the show, there's been rumors of spinoff between Wanda and Leon. I think it's going to be other spinoffs. It could be. But, you know, from the looks of it, I think they're going to continue on. So we just going to have to wait to see. The guy that's playing Leon did a great job. I think, hey, me personally, he should play Eazy-E. If they was to do a solo biopic of Eazy-E, I think he's the man for the job. I'm just saying. Maybe lose a couple pounds, you know. But this was an incredible season. It sucks that this is the way Franklin has to go out. It's been back and forth on why did he go out like that. You know, we all had that uncle, we all that had that OG, you know, they always told us these war stories, told us how they used to be, but the poison that the government has put out there has taken them out. Incredible acting. I'm still, like I said, a little puzzled because who would have thought that it would go down like that? Franklin didn't get shot. He didn't commit suicide. He didn't go to prison. But his ego, his pride, his greed got in the way of him. He lost his Uncle Jerome. He lost his girlfriend, fiance. He lost his friends. He lost his mom. And he lost $73 million. You know, people talk about, you know, the main people, but he also lost one of his favorite great connects that died last season. Oh, that was a great dude. So he's been losing people. And he also has been, he's been like this new serial killer. You know, so he's lost his soul. You know, so people ask, why did he go down like that? But all those mental demons come into play. You know, and it's painful to see him like that. And who would have thought Leon was going to be the one to come out on top? Because people thought he was going to die. You know, so incredible season. He ended up turning out exactly how his father did. He lost his father. So to end up back to where he started, And to lose that, they'll drive anybody insane. So this is literally reality, guys. This is literally what goes on. He should have took what his mom was saying. He should have took what his friends were saying and took the money and left. He should have took the money and go, but he didn't. His mom was fed up. She did all that she can do. Um, who knows? Maybe he comes back in the Wanda and Leon series. They try to clean him up. Maybe he show up a few times. Maybe this is officially it for Frank. Who knows? Obviously, the liquor and the drugs is gonna take him out if he don't never get help. But coming from being a millionaire to rock bottom, Franklin and other people that we see like that will never be the same. So, but I've watched this episode at least 3 times about the incredible acting. All these people in this show are doing a phenomenal job. This show deserves an award. Oh man. But this is Franklin's best acting. For him not to be from America, from my understanding, he was doing model stuff, commercials and stuff like that. And this is, if not one of the first, if not the second type of acting gigs he has done. This guy is a star. Is a star. So shout out to the whole cast. Wonderful season. These guys are gonna be here for the long haul. I will be back with more reviews from other shows. I'm gonna miss this one. Well, thank you guys for watching. This is truly what Popcorn Radio is about. Shout out to one of the greatest shows on the planet Earth, Snowfall. Thank you for the amazing seasons. We out.